Hey guys, just gonna do a quick overview now of the CaseComplete trial software and all of the functions and features that it has to offer. Beginning with the Start tab here, we can see plenty of different options. The first of which is to create a new project. And on this page there are various different support materials for new beginners with the software. So we can see the option for video tutorials, open sample projects. There's a learning center button there as well as a support button. There's an introduction to use cases section, some diagram examples, and another tutorial. So right off the bat we can see that this looks like a fairly user-friendly program with lots of support information available. Now jumping into the roadmap tab, and what this is, it's basically a walkthrough of the program. It explains the program functions and what is required to set up your use case. So if I click on the Start tab here, it goes through how to create a project on the software, how to set a vision and a scope, creating a vision document. So not only does it go through how to set up a use case on the software, but it also goes through the main steps for creating a use case in general. So I found these really useful. Once I skimmed through this information here, I was able to get started and create a sample use case on the program. Under the Actors tab here, you can see each of the different actors that I've input, and there is a section down here for notes if applicable. So for students, some of us are grads, some of us are undergrads. Goals here for the presentation. Under the Use Case tab are all the different steps in the use case with a brief description provided. Under the Stories tab, I didn't fill out the Stories tab, but from the CaseComplete software I was able to determine that a user story is a short description of a feature that's written from the perspective of the user and often uses less detail than the use case itself. Under the Requirements tab, again, you'll notice that it's very similar to both the Use Case and Stories tab. There's an Issues tab for any issues that you might have, the status of the issue, who it applies to and who it's assigned to, if it's a high or low priority, and if there's a resolve by date here. There's a Definitions tab. One thing that I learned from the software is that for different projects there are various different terms that you may use that won't use the most common definition available. So this is just a great section to write down some common definitions that you're going to use for the specific project that you're working on. And this last tab here is the use case presentation diagram. So here I've done up a very quick diagram of the project itself. Starting with myself and Tareen, the use case is assigned, and it flows until we get to the use case presentation itself, and we have the students and MJ as the audience. So to create this diagram, it was actually very simple. Here we can see the use case diagram shapes, and CaseComplete offers plenty of them here. So it's actually very easy to apply these to the diagram. You can drag and drop, you can adjust the size, and if to connect, under the drawing tools section here, you can pick your arrow and connect it to really any different icon that's on the diagram. So again, very user friendly to do this, and it shouldn't take too much time to get used to. Alright, so a couple more things that I wanted to go through. Up on top here, the reports. This is probably my favorite function of the CaseComplete software. What this does here, there's a report generator. So if I click on Microsoft Word, I can create a report very quickly. Let's say I click the actor goal list. What this is going to do, it's going to create an entire document based on a template made up by the CaseComplete software. And you can see here it's a fairly neat, nicely formatted document with all the actors' descriptions and their goals. And of course, this is easily editable if you wish to do so. And of course, this works with basically every tab that's offered here. So again, let's try diagrams. Essentially what it's going to do, it's going to format the diagram on a Word document for me. Nice and neat. Okay, and next we will move to the tools section up top here. And this gives us the option to create use cases from our predetermined goals. Of course, our goals are attributed to the actors within the use case. So from this section here, if I click use cases from goals, I can choose which goals I want to select, which goals I don't want to select. And it's basically going to create a use case based on these goals, as you can see here. So again, fairly user friendly, fairly quick to do, and you can do this with user stories as well, create them from your goals with the touch of a button. And the last thing that I want to go through here is the Connect tab. CaseComplete gives you the option to connect to various different softwares, so you can see, for example, we have Excel, UML and XML, Microsoft Project, and Jira, which was covered in the last presentation. So overall, I would definitely recommend CaseComplete for mid-level to beginner software programmers and business analysts. As I've mentioned throughout the video, I find it to be fairly user-friendly, and it has a very consistent layout, which really makes operating the program fairly easy. And that's it. Thanks for watching.